I gotta turn on my bad bitch playlist.
Your bad bitch playlist?
Yeah.
As you should.
What's on your bad bitch playlist, if I can ask?
It's mostly Marina and the Diamonds.
No, completely understandable. Is Bubblegum Bitch on there?
It's number one. It's how I warm up.
Gotcha. I am copying the going live tweet and spamming it everywhere. So you guys gotta talk and entertain chat while I'm doing that.
I can do that.
Be my bad boy, be my man, be my weekend.
You can't fucking get me.
Yo! Yo! Yo!
Yo!
Mocha
Mages! Mocha Mages with a sub.
Wait, what?
Holy crud.
11 months, let's go!
Oh my god, thank you. Do you want a jolly jangle of the cheer bell?
Absolutely.
Only if you want to.
I want it.
I mean, I do, but also
Thank
only if
you.
you want.
If you have to do it, gotta. If you have to do it.
Have to do it.
Yes.
You have to. Yeah.
I'm just out here poking fun at Jen because Jen was hanging out in your chat with a bot.
Yeah.
And didn't ban the bot. Because it's my job to ban the bots, isn't it?
Yeah. A
Just
little
like,
bit.
look.
Yeah.
I was gonna gift a sub to President Obama, but President Obama has already subbed to your channel.
Yes. Only the best for my president.
True.
So what bot was here? I'm curious.
Apple Pie chart.
How insidious. I am allergic to apples.
I know you're allergic to apples. That's why I banned them. No apples allowed.
The bastards. No apples allowed. None.
What about?
I will say the one bot that lurks in a lot of channels that I do not recommend banning is Commander Root, just because he has so many helpful tools that if you ban him, then it just kind of you can't use the tools on your channel.
Yeah, I had banned him originally on our channel, and then he sent a thing. It was like, actually, like I'm a real person back here also, and I was like, oh okay, bot. And he's the only bot I've banned that's S to.
Oh, he messaged you about that?
He DM'd us on the Impossible Coin channel and was like, hey, like we just try to provide tools for Twitch streamers. I was like, oh okay, and then I unbanned him. I was like, that's fine.
I didn't even realize he DMs you back. I just use his tools, so he's like, I just don't ban him because I just know he's a lurker bot.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I didn't know he DMs you. That's so sweet. I love that.
It's very nice.
I wonder how many times a day he has to send out that message, though.
I hope not a billion, but you know, who knows.
For the most part, I believe a lot of people are aware of Commander Root and what they do, so like, you know?
Yeah, that was like what the message was. It's like, hi, I'm actually a person who runs this. This is the bot. This is what we do. And I was like, oh, neat, okay. And then I unbanned him. I was like, sorry, you're just on the bot list. He's like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know. Bless him. Okay, I finished spamming all the social media platforms that I need to spam. Now now all of China knows we're here.
Yay!
Gondor calls for aid.
Hell yeah. Just double checking my audio is all good, yeah?
Your audio is pretty good considering what you're working with.
Okay.
You're working off of your like cell phone and a headset right now, right?
I'm off of my usual headset that I use for streaming, but I never use the mic off of it.
Yeah.
My phone, and then also my tablet. I don't have many options for good audio.
I completely understand. It's absolutely all right.
It's a little crunchy, but it's definitely clear. It's like understandable, and that's the important part.
I'll take the mic you're using previously would like cut off the first couple of syllables. Like it wouldn't kick in until you were properly talking. So like this is preferable to that.
Awesome. Okay. Good. Good.
How are you doing, Raglan?
Ah,
That good, huh?
Yeah.
I'm updating my schedule to include what is happening literally right now.
Oh,
Are
no.
you hydrating appropriately?
No.
Raglan, we had a discussion about that.
I just typed in twitch.tv/TV.
.tv/TV. Yeah, that'll get them there.
Twitch TV, television.
Twitch.tv/ my name is Gada.
That's
See,
me.
It's super scuffed because usually I have like weeks before the current week and I have weeks after the current week, and I normally would be able to just pull the last time I put this in the schedule and just copy paste it up here. But apparently I've deleted far back enough that I couldn't.
Sounds about right, to be quite honest.
It has been 4 months since we started this, and a month since we last played.
Just think of it as like a monthly event.
Honestly,
Yeah,
going forward, I probably will end up making tabletop stuff a monthly event as opposed to trying to do it weekly because, dear God.
Spike, okay, which day of the month?
I don't know.
I will say, probably going forward, since I'll have a more reliable computer, I should be fine. Because I also have a pretty flexible schedule at my other job. But if we're doing film stuff, then that's just kind of the one thing that I can't.
You're
step
fine.
out
You're
of,
fine.
So.
You need to.
I am so down to do another one of these. If you will accept me in all my little issues here and there.
Not to get too far ahead of myself, but I'm considering fancying up that Giddy Up and Ho Down game that I started writing. Similar system. And making like a consistent Farmer Gada like lore setting to work off of.
Let's go!
So it's more on brand.
Being a true VTuber.
Being a true VTuber, yes. It's time for the Gada deep lore.
You could make a Gada TTRPG and then get it really nice and fancily printed.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you ever drop merch, you can include that in your merch bundles just for free. Just like $30 worth.
Here's the real question, though.
Yeah.
Do our farmer sonas exist in your TTRPG world?
Well,
or do we have to make new characters?
If you guys specifically, the ones that I've made farm sonas for, end up playing, that's entirely up to you guys. Like, I haven't had any concrete thoughts, just an errant between me thinking about that Hamtaro game, like, oh yeah, I probably should do this. So like, no real thoughts are involved here.
I'm gonna be honest, it's a character that I've kind of created for Minecraft. It just works to cross over to different series that I've just been like, yeah, this character just kind of hops between series sometimes. Same character.
Just casually aware of alternate universes. Don't worry about that too much.
Yeah, when I start back up on Animal Crossing, because I also have a TV and everything that I can set up too when I can get back to properly streaming, I want to like tie in like little lore references to like Minecraft character Mocha, and just like it's the same character. It's just I just travel around and do shit.
As one does.
Nice.
All right, let's go ahead.
I will say I've kind of had the character start be at a bad point in my life, but I feel like that is just also a good jump off point to go from. So.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, I was gonna say let's go ahead and get the show started. Click a button here, and off we go. Howdy, farm hands. My name is Gada, and welcome to the stream. We are once again playing the tabletop role-playing game adventure of Escape from Kong Country. We are playing Steel and Spirit by Occupied Hex, and I am joined here once again by my good friend Tegan from Impossible Coin. Say hello, Tegan. Tegan?
I said Tegan.
Oh, it didn't come through on my end at all.
Not pick up.
I literally was just like, hello, Tegan, immediately. Aww.
No.
Dad.
It was dead silence. Just your VTuber art just staring me straight in the eyes unblinkingly. It was amazing.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. We are joined by Mocha Mage. Say hello, Mocha.
Hi, Mocha.
And we are joined by Prince Raglan. Say hello, Raglan.
Hello, Tegan.
You're a little confused, but your heart's in the right place. You got the spirit. This is...
You got the steel and spirit.
The steel and spirit. Oh, fucking hell. This is the grand finale of our epic 4-part adventure, which was supposed to end before my birthday in December. It is now the end of February, but we made it. We fucking made it, guys. I'm proud of us. Are you proud of us? I'm proud of us.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I can't do the blushing face emotion right now because this is not the Viado 2 program, but if I could, I would. Just know that. Oh, Raglan said he's proud of me. Oh,
I believe you.
Anyway, so before we get started, I would like to ask the three of you, what do you remember from our last session?
Yeah, we kicked ass.
We did.
You did, in fact,
and they got
kick
kicked
ass.
out.
True, kicked ass, kicked out.
Mm-hmm.
We got kicked out twice. We got kicked out of the Pirates Bay, and we also got kicked out of the dungeon. Actually, no, we ran out of the dungeon.
We ran out of the dungeon. It was collapsing, maybe.
Yeah, that was our own volition.
We beat up King K. Rool.
You
Yeah,
did
we
beat up
kicked his
King K. Rool.
ass.
Yes,
we
you
really
did.
kicked his ass.
So, point of order, because there was a lot of like lore that was dropped on you guys in that one episode. So just to make sure we're all on the same page, you guys learned properly that what the critter pirates want is to reclaim the sunken Kremlantis, which King K. Rool had previously sunk during his attempt to take over the island, and they don't want to return home until they've recovered it and they can take it back with them. You guys let loose that some of you were affiliated with the Koopas, which the Koopa and the critters have a bad history, and the captain
Had a bit of a breakdown over it.
Yeah, Lancaster basically said you need to
Fine.
leave or I can't guarantee your safety. So you were kicked out. However, you did encounter a very suspiciously made trail of jade pieces that led you to a dungeon, which you guys traveled through. All of the traps had already been solved by someone who came before you, and at the very end of it, you found an unconscious Cranky and King K. Rool, who expressed disappointment that you were not Lancaster, as that was who the trap was set for. But you beat K. Rool's ass, and where we left off as a cliffhanger last episode, you guys had managed to escape the dungeon before it collapsed on top of you, as well as K. Rool, and you found yourselves in a large cylinder mechanical bay where a number of Kremlings are actively working on a giant silver robot monkey mech. And
Monkey Mech is my band name.
Monkey Mech is my band name.
Good band name.
Let me go ahead and start this and this.
I'm sorry, but completely off topic. I just realized out of all of our chibis, Raglan's the only one with a nose.
Good, deserved. Princely nose.
Your regal nose.
You're the only one with a nose. What do you smell, Raglan?
Coffee.
Nice.
Delicious.
Nice.
Sorry, I'm a little bit close. I'll just step back. It's fine.
I found out why my morning coffee tastes like shit. It's because my roommate has been putting in way too much espresso powder when he makes it. I just assumed it was going bad, or that my sense of taste was going. No. I just make better coffee than him. But yeah, let me properly set the scene, and we can get started. You, the five of you, if you include the still unconscious Cranky, who is being held aloft by a very disgruntled Pancake, have managed to escape the crumbling remains of the Kong Temple where K-Rule had set his trap. Instead of finding your way to the surface, or perhaps even like a treasure room behind the vault door, you have found yourselves in what it feels like to be a completely separate area entirely. The walls are made of rusted and stained metal sheets that have been hastily hammered up onto the rock. There is a catwalk and scaffolding going down and down and down the cylinder location, giving access to the ground floor. You see, though they haven't noticed you yet, a number of Kremlings walking about, performing various tasks, carrying barrels and tools. You can tell that these Kremlings are different from the critters that you recognize from the pirate crew, because these ones are not dressed as pirates. A few of them are wearing what appears to be army gear. They have green hard hats. They have bandoliers. A few of them are wearing belts with their mechanics tools hanging off of them. It's a completely different vibe, though they are still all critter reptilians in their own right. None of them have noticed all of you yet. And of course, the big obvious thing in the room, the elephant or monkey in the room, as it were, is the massive metal monstrosity that is the Cyber Kong that is resting in this bay. It is not active. It is standing still, has various wires and tubes coming off of it, but this appears to be what these critters are actively working on. What would you like to do?
I think we all really want to know what Tegan would do.
Why does it have to be me?
Because I'm currently very busy.
Oh, I see. I understand. Okay. Super busy.
He's in the lore.
Are we, so we're like tucked back, or just they haven't noticed us and we're like fully exposed?
You guys are fully exposed, but you're on the very uppermost part of the catwalk, of the scaffolding. So no one's looked up to see you yet, basically.
Okay. Is there anyone like climbing up the scaffolding, or are we just like
not
at the lid?
You are at the lid. No one's actively coming up towards you. They're all working lower on the lower levels.
Excellent. So we're at like face height then?
To the Cyber Kong?
Or are we like above the
yes.
face?
You are at face height to the Cyber Kong. You can stare deeply into his eyes. Very sensual and all that.
What a thrill.
I don't want to do that. Are the window? I know vaguely how mechs work. Are the eyes like the window? Can we see like into the control panel, or is it like tinted? The eyeglasses are in fact tinted. They are a bright green, but you can in fact see some sort of movement going on inside. There's like the silhouette of a person, not moving around a lot, but moving around enough that you can tell that, like, oh, that's the shadow of a guy in the head of the mech. Ooh. I think we should probably try to get out of sight of the person in the window.
Agreed.
That would make the most sense, I think. So we should probably like move around the scaffolding, like along the side of it, so we're like parallel to the windows, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How much is that person in the window? Thank you, Jen. Thank you.
It's
how much do they cost?
More than you can currently afford.
No.
So yeah, no. Now I think about it, no connotation of that question.
No.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I'm just curious, like looking around.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see anything? Like just going full D&D on this. Like, do I see anything around that could help us? Like maybe be more. Like, is there any like good things for us to hide around, or any like easy ways that we can get down and like look closer or figure out what's going on around where we are?
So the different layers of the scaffolding spiral down along the sides of this large cylinder containment bay. There doesn't appear to be any unless you wanted to jump, of course. There's a straight shot following this pathway down. There are various sections of the scaffolding where they have like crates and barrels that you could feasibly hide behind. But your party currently consists of a humanoid princess, a large-ish Koopa, you, the Goomba, and then the unconscious bandaged monkey being held up by Shortstack. There doesn't seem to be any one location where all of you could feasibly hide behind at the same time.
What I'm thinking is Goop is the smallest, right? So they have the least chance of getting seen.
Mm-hmm.
What we can do
and also I can jump down and not be hurt.
Well, what we could do is since you're the smallest and you have the least chance of being seen, we can just hide behind you. Therefore, we all have the same odds of being seen, which are like close to none.
All right.
Walk me.
You think that's gonna work?
I was gonna say walk me through
He's
that.
using cartoon logic.
It is using cartoon logic, and I don't. You know what? Okay, fine. How about this? How about this? How about this? Okay. We'll start with Rama. Whoops, that's the wrong.
We're 10 minutes in and we've already broken Gata.
how about Rama rolls? I'm gonna say this is a spirit roll because this is not by any means thinking it through. I want to see how well Rama is capable of hiding behind Goomp. Okay? If you succeed, if you get at least 2 successes on this, well, tell me how many dice you want to roll for this.
Bro, this has nothing to do with amazing flying or hammers.
So you only have.
I'm rolling 1.
Okay. Go ahead and roll 1 spirit roll. You gotta get a 3 or higher, and I'll tell you whether or not this is like a feasible option for you.
What happens when I roll a perfect 3, which is my banana slam roll, and I do it perfectly?
Just roll the dice, Raglan. Just roll the fucking dice.
Actually, it's die because there's only one of them.
That is the highest number you could possibly roll on a single d6. Okay. So fucking okay. So Rama has this
May as well hold
brilliant idea that if they can hide behind Goomp, then wherever Goomp is hiding will probably be good enough for them as well. And despite the size, you feel like this is somehow going to work.
See, so, it's because if I crouch down and I put my head forward just a little bit, it looks like Goomp is wearing my helmet. I blend behind them so well.
Yeah, sure.
I have a new, better idea.
Okay, what's your new, better idea?
What if Rama tucked himself into his shell and we kicked him down the scaffolding?
Interesting.
Could he just take out all the little dudes like a punk?
Yo, can we get a 1-up?
Would that work? If we hit all the guys, can I get a 1-up?
I'm checking the art. Amazing Flying Hammer Bros do have shells.
They do, in fact, have shells. Yes, they are proper Koopa Troopas.
It is a better decision because it gets them out of my way.
I will tell you flat out. This is the traditional DM bullshit. You can definitely try. I will tell you that if this goes wrong, all of the critters that are all the Kremlings that are in this area will be aware that something is going on. So
I mean, to be fair, the one that is currently in the mech would probably be aware that something is going on regardless of whether or not we do anything or not, because we're standing in front of the window.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not the place to be.
I'm down. I'm game.
Sure.
I mean, we just kicked K-Rool's ass. Let's go.
Oh, okay.
You don't want to. You just go. To be honest, I will say Goop was fully thinking about just jumping down to see what would happen. So like, this is at least they're not going to be the center of attention at this point.
And that puts the attention off of me and Cranky, which is the more important part, I think.
You know, this is shaping up to be a very good plan.
It's not bad. Comparatively.
So how are you planning on propelling Rama down this path?
Bro,
How tough is your sword? Oh, Goom could jump on you.
I was gonna say Goomp could hit me with a baseball bat.
Oh yeah, that works. That's even better.
Two.
Actually.
Yeah, 2.
10 out of 10.
Hey,
It'd be
bad
like a home run contest style. Home run bat.
Alrighty.
Do I need
then.
to roll for that? Do I need to roll for how well I can hit him?
I'm gonna make you roll for that. So Rama like retreats into his shell, and you have this green Koopa shell in front of you, and you have your baseball bat. Do you consider this to be a steal or a spirit roll?
You know, Goop already wanted to jump down there. I'm taking this as a spirit. Where is Goop? Goop is high on life right now. Like, it's giant, like, alligator thing, and, like...
It's all vibes, man. It's
all
just
vibes.
all
No
vibes.
thoughts. No thoughts.
Real quick, I just want to
No
make
thoughts, head empty.
a quick correction that my shell is blue.
Oh, it is blue. Okay, I apologize. I ruined the lore. My apologies.
It's all good.
You're
It's
fine.
okay, got it. We know you can't tell the difference between blue and green. It's
I'm
alright.
not colorblind. That's
I
not.
might be blue-green colorblind just a little bit.
God damn. Anyway.
Oh, really?
Alright,
Just a tiny bit.
I just want to confirm because I'm using my bat, which is one of my, like, items. Do I get an extra dice for that? I don't remember how this...
don't get an extra dice for using an item, but you do have 2 expertises. Do either of them fit to this situation?
Right. Now I remember. Let me look over it again here. Part of my expertise is knowing best when to attack, so I feel like maybe.
Yeah, okay. I'd give you an extra
Ooh.
d6 for that, so that's at least 2 d6.
Let's go. Yep. And I think, yeah, I'll just do the 2.
And it's going to be spirit, so you want to get a 2 or higher for it to count as a success.
Easy.
Yeah, I think this is good. Let's go. Let's
Okay.
go.
I saw the 11 and my brain said that's 2 1s, and I was like, no, but no, that's not how numbers work. Yeah, you get 2 successes. You wind up and
Let's go.
you hit Rama's shell at just the right angle to send him spinning, and it does the home run bat from Smash, like ching sound effect. Yo,
Pings? Oh, hell yeah.
And Rama is rocketed forward. The rotation of his shell is just perfect to allow him to move in perfect sync with the curvature of the scaffolding around the cylinder. And off he fucking goes. You guys look over the edge of the barriers, and you can see he zooms down and it hits one of the Kremlings, who screeches as he is shot off of the scaffolding and into open air. A few more turn around and be like, what's going on? Doesn't time to see the shell come and hit them. Ping, ping. It's going bloop, 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 as it hits them. They're being thrown to the back and knocked unconscious, or thrown over the side and falling, going, yeah, ho. But once Rama has cleared out like the first of the 4 levels of this scaffolding area, the people below have started noticing that something is up. A few of the Kremlings are running further down to like get out of the way, but one particular Kremling, which is a bright pink scaly color and significantly larger than all the others, not as big and buff as K. Rool was, but this is a heavy bruiser, squares up and gets ready to catch Rama as he rushes towards him. Rama, in your rotating space, got me spinning like a ballerina. This guy is in your path, and he's going to attempt to catch your shell. Is there anything that you want to do before he gets in range?
The only thing I have a question, and
Yes.
it's because I have a lapse in memory at the moment. Do red-shelled Koopas stay... Like, do their shells act the same way as they do where they stay on a platform?
To my knowledge, outside of Mario Kart, the color of the shell doesn't affect its mechanics when kicked, only when used as a power-up by other creatures.
Yeah, like Yoshi will, yeah.
Right.
Interesting that blue shells give you wings, and my shell is blue. And also spiked shells have wings. Anyway, because my thought process was if red shelled Koopas stay on the platform, that means that they are conscious of their surroundings even when in shell form.
We lost Mocha. They disappeared into the void. No, they're back.
They're back.
How much of that did you miss, Mocha?
Like the past 30 seconds. I did something and my headphones disconnected. Apologies.
That's all right.
I'm explaining my thought process behind my shell color and how aware I am of my surroundings while in shell form.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you mentioned something that I got, like, you were asking about red shells, and then that's kind of where I lost it.
The DM ruling, or the GM ruling, is that shell color does not determine whether or not a Koopa is aware of their surroundings while falling off a platform.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was going to say, if I am aware, like acutely aware of where I'm going, then I could react to this in time. I could see it clearly from like across the catwalk and be like, oh, obviously I know what to do here.
According to the Mario Wiki, unlike green shell Koopas, red shell Koopas do not fall off cliffs. They turn around when they are
walking.
Koopas.
Oh, yeah.
Not when they are not when their shells are being kicked.
Not when they're kicked specifically. Got it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Green shells are just dumb, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're the generic mooks. They're not dumb, you know. Leave them be. Golly.
Will not. Absolutely will not.
They walk off to their death when they could very easily not do that.
Simmer down. Fucking behave. I will not take this Koopa slander in my household.
It's a Koopa slander when it's a commander talking about his underlings.
Ooh.
Not sure you're winning there.
Yeah, no, that's honestly fair, actually.
So I don't know, like, how aware I am of where I'm going.
Okay.
Which would inform my decision, because I'll just say it outright.
I will say that you have had like a split second to notice that there is a pink Kremling, and as you spun around again, you notice that it had not moved. You know that a Kremling is not running from you and is bracing itself, and you have a split second to do something about it before you are on top of it.
On top of that's I like that phrasing. Not in a sexual way. I would like. I said not. I would like to fly out of my shell, 2 hammers in hand, and bring down the pain on top of its head.
Okie doke. Yeah. Would you consider that a steal or a spirit roll?
I would consider that a steal roll.
Okay. And how many dice are you planning on rolling?
I would like to use one die to attempt, 1 die because I'm using hammers, 1 die because I'm flying through the air.
Sure. Why not? Go ahead and roll for me. That's only 1 success. You said steal, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So your plan was to get your shell to go up into the air for an aerial strike. Your shell rotates and is like about to hit like a plank of wood that would have been the perfect ramp, but because of the angle in which your shell is spinning, you whiff it entirely. So you come out with your hammers and you end up crashing against the siding of the scaffolding, the handholds. Fucking, what word am I looking for? Christ on a bike. The bars.
Describe where it. The safety bars.
Safety bars. Yeah, that's the word. That's close.
Handlebars?
Hey, no, they're not handlebars, but yeah, you know what I mean.
On a bike?
No.
Oh, like a safety rail?
Like a safety
rail. There you go.
Thank you. Fuck.
Well, you're welcome. Getting there.
God, I don't know my own fucking first language, apparently. Damn.
Yeah, neither does anyone, Lamau.
So, you come out with your hammers, getting ready to hit this guy, but instead, your hammers get smashed into the safety rails and knocked out of your hands. They go flying off into the open space. One of them clanks against, like, the thigh of the Cyber Kong as it falls down. You do smash into this Kremling pretty hard, but he has managed to, like, catch you, despite you knocking him back a few paces.
Where specifically has he caught me? Like on my body, like where?
he has caught you like around like your waist. He has caught you by the shell, like around your waist. You've like butt smashed into this guy's chest.
Okay. I'm gonna be like, oh no, my hammers, I've dropped them. I don't want to be very like, just obnoxiously, my hammers, as if they are the only hammers I possess.
Now,
and
how do you do that in KSL, in Koopa Sign Language?
I'm gonna make the scream face.
Okay.
Right? So just, or like the Kevin McAllister face.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm gonna like motion to my hammers,
right,
with my arms, and then I'm just gonna sign it out very dramatically, just very big and. Oh no!
This big buff military Kremling just patiently holds you in his big hands while you're miming all of this out, and he like looks at you, and then he like looks at the camera like he's in the office. Very unimpressed, but you have properly like delayed whatever he's gonna do next. Did you have something else you wanted to do, or?
Yeah, I want to headbutt him in the face with my helmet.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you just do that. You immediately headbutt him in the face, and he drops you. And he yells out and grabs his snout.
Yeah, that's how you're supposed to deal with those creatures too. I didn't even think about that part.
Back up on the top floor, you've sent Rama down. He's at least 2 floors down now, but everyone else is aware that there are now intruders into their work area. What do you plan to do?
I'm gonna take a short stack, and I'm gonna go to the other end of the scaffolding, like the opposite direction that we kicked Rama.
Okay, so the scaffold, like I said, the scaffolding kind of cycles down along the side of the cylinder. You guys are on the top floor. Mm-hmm. Your scaffolding eventually ends on the left side of the Cyberkong's head. Yeah.
Yeah. Great. Okay. Is there a door there?
There is not a door there. You go.
Oh, interesting.
You run around the corner expecting to find an exit, and there is none. The scaffolding just ends.
Oh no, I'm not looking for an exit. I'm looking for in the robot.
Okay. All right. Oh, how about this?
Go into the robot. I want to get in the head.
You run around to the side and you're looking for like a way in. You assume that way in is through the top. And Short Stack, who is still holding Cranky Kong, who is face down in her syrup, by the way. He's probably fine.
He's probably fine.
She looks over the edge.
He's drowning in the sauce.
Yes,
he's lost in the sauce.
he's goated with the sauce. He's goated with it. A quirked up white monkey, busting it down sexual style. Anyway,
we got lots of problems with many sentences on this.
He's busting it down con style.
Yeah.
Thank you. Is he goated with the bananas? Anyway,
yes.
Jesus Christ.
Short Stack is frantically looking for like whatever it is you're looking for, but she has no idea what your plan is. And she looks over the edge of the end of the scaffolding, and she goes, "Princess, look! They're all running into the heel of the monkey." And you see, in fact, that yes, there are a couple of a number of the Kremlings are entering through a hatch in the heel of this giant mechanical ape.
Sit all the way down there. That makes no sense. They're gonna have to climb all the way up here. That's stupid.
Goomp, you are also with them and seeing them look for something. Goomp specifically notices that you are all standing directly in front of this monkey's big robot ear. And there is, in fact, what appears to be an ear canal in this big robot ear.
Oh, lovely. Are you suggesting I go into the ear? Is that what
I
you're
am
suggesting?
simply telling you the scenario that I have placed in front of you. You may make whatever decisions you make on your own.
Is the ear clean?
It's a robot ear. There's no like gunk in it. Goomp's like, mouths I can handle. I know teeth. This is a bridge too far. From your vantage point, there are two ways into the robot: through the heel and potentially through the ear.
I want to try potentially through the ear because, when I think of like climbing into a robot or mechs or something, I always think that all the controls are in the head, like where the brain is. It makes sense.
I mean, it makes sense to me that the controls would be where the windows are. Why would you put the controls in a place where you can't actually see what the thing you're controlling is doing, you know?
Unless I'm completely zoning out and the windows are not the eyes. The eyes are the windows, right?
The eyes are the windows, yes.
These are the windows as well.
True.
The eyes are the windows to the back.
I would. If it's clean, I'm gonna climb into the ear. I'm just gonna paddle on over there.
In order to reach the ear, you would have to jump across a bit of space, and I would have to ask you to roll for that. Is that okay?
Yeah, let's go. Goop is currently good with this.
I have a question.
Get hurt from falling anyway.
He's living life right now. It's full spirit again. He's just like, let's do this.
I have a question for the GM.
Yes.
Last session, we were in the big cavern, and there was the platforming challenge.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it got to the point where you said you would not have us roll because it is somewhat expected for in a platforming setting that we would be able to jump gaps.
I ruled last session that once one person had successfully jumped the gap, no one else had to roll, because having everyone roll for every single jump they ever did in a platforming adventure would be ridiculous. So I will.
I also interpret it as for just that one part too. So.
Right.
Yeah.
So if
it also makes sense because it's like a small area that they have to jump to. Keep going.
Yes. So my thought process was, if Goomp can make it into the ear, then everyone else will be able to as well.
Bet.
Does that sound fair to you guys?
That's fair.
Okay. As long as we're all good.
I think I only get to roll one dice thinking about it.
Okay.
Actually, it's die.
Shut up! Leave me alone!
And you said it's going to be a spirit roll?
Yes.
Alright, so you got to get a 2 or
2 or
more.
higher. He's just feeling it. Let's go. Let's go!
Congratulations. While the princess and Shortstack are looking down, Goomp just zooms right past them and leaps off of the scaffolding. And they watch as Goomp zips directly into this monkey's ear and disappears down the ear canal. After a second, there is a sound of a crash as he bumps into what presumably would be the robot eardrum. But Goomp is otherwise unharmed.
Let's go!
Is it big enough for me?
Yes. It's a big monkey.
Oh, yeah, but you never know.
True.
I don't want to leave Cranky. I don't know if it's feasible for Shortstack and Cranky to go into my hammer space. And I don't know that I would jump while carrying another person, if that makes sense.
Shortstack says, I don't think he'll come with us, but if you take maybe his arms and I take his legs and we do a 1, 2, 3 and chuck him, maybe we'll get him in.
Okay, let's do it.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I trust Shortstack's judgment.
You shouldn't, but okay.
Shortstack's so good. It's fine. It's fine.
The
It's fine.
episode
It's fine.
of great plans.
Every plan so far is 10 out of 10.
Rama, you are.
She's just making fun of me.
You are squaring up to fight this massive Kremlin, and you look up to see what the rest of your party is doing, just in time to watch the ragdoll limp body of the bandaged monkey fly over the edge of the railing and disappear from your sight.
It's Kip.
Oh, hey, Kip. Thank you so much for the subscription. you get a jolly jangle of the cheer bell.
Kip, I love you. Sorry, I was muted.
What was that?
I said, Kip, I love you. Sorry, I was muted.
Oh, you come back right as I start ringing the cowbell, and I'm like, oh fuck, I didn't hear that either. Shit.
I am about to square up against this lizard man and out of view jump.
Yes. Like Gmod ragdoll corpse, the monkey goes flying over the edge and disappears from your view.
Oh man, I can't like approximate where it would fall, right? Based on where I am, or would I?
No, you would. It's complete. You don't hear anything from it hitting something, so you imagine that it's still somewhere up top. But it's still a very worrying sight for you.
Okay. My thought was I could like tell my glider to like go down to where it would be able to catch Cranky, but also I feel like A, I wouldn't be able to see that, like where that would need to be, and then B, I don't think it would do much to, to soften the landing. I feel like there's enough height.
Yeah. That monkey dead.
Yeah. So he's still holding me. Oh, wait. Oh, this is gonna be important. I need to know what my feet look like.
They're the generic Mario boots, I thought. Or are they clawed?
Seems to think. They're not clawed. Damn. Because charging trucks have like spikes in their feet, but
yeah, because they're wearing cleats.
Because they're wearing cleats. And my thought process was Amazing Flying Hammer Bros look enough like charging trucks and Hammer Bros that they might like. Damn. Did I ever explicitly state in my lore that my father was a Hammer Bro, my mother was a charging truck?
I think you did at one point, actually. Yeah. Did you genetically receive cleats from your mother? Is that how that works?
I don't know.
I mean...
We'd have to ask the egg stork.
Do you want a rule of cool it in the moment, or...
Okay,
I'm fine
explain to me
way.
what it is that you need the cleats for, and I'll tell you if I'll rule of cool it.
Cleats, spiky. Spikes, no good, especially in the Mario universe. I was thinking I could, while he's holding me up by the shell, like, do a very quick sit-up, because I'm, like, big. Quick sit-up and then just, like, poke my legs out and hit him with the spikes.
I mean, you can still do that without the spikes. The Mario universe mostly works on people kicking and jumping on top of each other to great effect. You could do just like a regular ass kick and get this guy right in the face if you wanted.
Yeah, I'll go
Unless you want to impale him, which it changes the tone of this adventure drastically.
Did bring a sword.
You did bring a sword.
I'm ready to impale
I do have a saber, but it's like rusty. Wait, did I?
You do have a rusty saber.
I never got that like replaced, right?
No, it's a rusty saber.
Yeah, I think tetanus in the long run might work, but like not in the short run, which is what we're doing.
It'll take a while, but trust me, he'll go down eventually.
No, I'll swing my feet out and like bop him in the head, where I've just headbutted him.
All right. Are you aiming primarily to harm him or to free yourself from his grasp?
You know what? I just want to harm him.
I
feel like where I am, right in front of his face.
Man.
Yeah, I feel like he's got me right where I want to be.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm just gonna let you do it.
Yeah.
You sit up real quick and you double kick this guy right in the schnoz, which you've already identified is his soft point. He had brought a hand down to like glare at you just in time for the one foot to go bop right in the nose. He goes, oh! And another foot goes bop right in the nose. He goes, oh! And you do in fact knock his helmet off and it goes flying off the side of the scaffolding. His grip on you is loosening if you want to just keep beating this guy up.
Yeah.
All right. Switching back up to Goomp and the princess and them, you guys gave him Cranky the 1, 2, 3, and he landed neatly inside the ear canal on top of Goomp, but you know, take what you can. And you all are now inside of this monkey's ear canal. There is at the end of a distance a door with a gear latch on it. If you rotate it, it'll open, similar to the giant safe you dealt with earlier in the adventure. You don't hear any shuffling taking place on the other side of the door, but you imagine that if you enter through here, you will find yourself inside like the cockpit head area where you had seen the shadow of a figure previously. What would you like to do?
As the only one with hands, I want to open the door.
Can I have teeth? I can grab it.
What were you going to say, Mocha?
I don't know. It was mostly just thinking.
Okay. So you're just gonna wrench the door open?
Yep.
Short Stack like collects the monkey and puts him back on her with a wet squelch as his body leans back into her syrup. And she goes, "Okay, well that actually
lovely.
I didn't expect it to actually work. I'm really glad that we're here. Hey, Princess, what's our game plan?" And you've already opened the door. And she goes, "Princess, no, wait!" And you now have access to the main cockpit. Entering into
this... Is there a big, fancy chair in this cockpit?
There is a big, fancy chair right in front of what appears to be like a pilot's wheel.
Fuck yeah.
Goop is already jumping on it. Goop is so excited.
Well, hold on a second. There's something in the chair is a thing.
Okay.
The inside of
whatever's in the chair.
The inside of this cockpit is dark, except for the various colored buttons across the various control panels that blink in random, shedding their small amounts of light across it. You can see the silhouette of something sitting in this chair, slightly slumped over, but it is too dark for you to properly see. You could see the silhouette through the glass, but it appears the glass is kind of like has a darkening effect, preventing it from properly seeing outside. Goomp, you still want to go and hop in that chair?
I completely zoned out on all of that. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. You're in a big dark cockpit with a bunch of flashing button lights all over the place, and something is sitting in the chair.
Yes.
You can't tell what.
Do I still want to sit in the chair?
You still want to sit in the chair?
I'm jumping on that dude, assuming that he is not alive or not moving or whatever. Like,
be first.
Why not?
Goomp,
yeah, be first.
You run over and you give a big boing hop, and you land on top of the round part that you assumed was this creature's head, and you land on it, and then you are slowly lowered down as this round thing deflates from the weight of you landing on it with a heavy Oh, did the Discord not pick that up?
It did not.
Nope.
Okay, I'll only go a little further back. I'll do it again. Really, Discord?
No, it really doesn't want to.
Nope.
Insert
Are you making a fart
sound here. Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. You guys can do it, but when I do it, Discord doesn't pick it up. Okay.
Discord knows that you're a family-friendly streamer, and we are not.
Well, Twitch picked it up, so they have to hear multiple farts out of me. All right, fair enough.
I love that.
But
good
yeah,
God, fart content we're all here for.
God, I hate that.
Same.
The round, previously assumed head portion of this creature completely deflates with the weight of Goomp on top of it, and Goomp is slowly lowered until he hits a solid bit, and the creature underneath you starts to stir, and you hear a familiar voice say, "Haha, what's going on? What's happening? Hello?"
Oh, it all makes sense. Oh, it checks out. Oh, I get it. Oh, it clicked.
My brain's shutting off. Is that a toad?
That's
Bro,
Toad.
That's the Toad pilot.
That's Pilot Toad.
They have the pilot to pilot the mech.
Oh, true. Oh, true. Oh, true.
The platform that Goomp is standing on moves slightly so you can see him slightly better in the light. He is currently tied up with what appears to be like electrical wire. He is his mushroom hat has deflated from where it was massively expanded when he used it as a parachute in the first episode. And apparently you have just deflated it for the second time in as many days for this poor creature. He looks up and he goes, "Oh, hey, I know you. And then he looks over and goes, I know you. Did they capture you as well? Are you guys okay?
Goom, can you chew through those wires?
I was thinking the exact same thing. Yeah, I can. I got shark teeth.
Yeah, Goom jumps down and immediately starts chewing on the wires. They're coming apart pretty easily. They taste very gross, but with your well-kept teeth, you are making short work of the bindings.
Let's go.
Pilot Toad shakes off his bonds and checks his hands and his arms. He's like, "Oh, thank goodness!"
Indeed, we haven't seen you since we landed. Are you okay?
Well, I mean, I'm doing all right. I mean, I was kidnapped the first night here, but aside from that, they haven't eaten me or anything. What are you all doing here?
We're here to rescue you and Cranky. And I point to where Cranky is laying in short stacks like butter pat.
Cranky has a face covered in syrup, but he is now facing upright, so he is able to breathe this time. But a short stack has a monkey butt indent in her head, and she's just trying to keep her spirits up. She's smiling, but also it's in that I'm not enjoying this kind of way.
Rest in pieces.
She's getting the fattest promotion though, and she knows it.
Yeah, exactly. She's like,
it'll all be worth it when we make it back to the mainland. I can retire off this. I just gotta be strong for Mother.
It'll all be worth it. It'll all be worth it. It'll all be worth
She's
it.
my favorite. She's never retiring.
Oh no!
She has to train a replacement before I let her retire.
Toad says,
Oh, thank goodness! Did you get all of the guards? There were a couple of them guarding further down in the monkey. You got them all, right? Well, you came in through the ear, so you didn't, did you?
No.
God damn it!
It's fine. It's better to have a position we can defend from than try to fight up a tower, you know?
That is
Yeah,
very, very
another
true.
person help us.
he reaches over and presses a button on the control panel, and the lights in this control cockpit come online, as well as the dampening effect on the massive monkey eyes that will allow you to see out the head is lifted, so you're able to see the entrance to this area that you came through with the caved in temple behind it properly now. Pilot Toad says,
All right, well, I don't have anything left. They didn't give me any, water bottles or anything for me to bring with me, so let's get the heck out of Dodge.
And
we can't get quite the heck out of Dodge yet. Hang on.
What? Huh?
I'm gonna head back out the ear canal, and I'm gonna stick my head out the bottom and see how Rama's doing.
Okay. You stick your head out the ear canal, and you can't properly see because Ramba is on the left side of this monkey's head, and you're poking up the right. But there is an opposite ear canal that you can go open up and peek at if you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
I look at it, I don't see him, I come back, I close it, I go to the other side. Hang on just a second. And I go out, I open it up, I'm like, hello?
You see a cartoonish dust cloud from where Rama is beating the shit out of this Kremling, and eventually this big fat pink Kremling is ejected from the dust cloud, and he goes careening over the edge, Yahoo! And smashes down to the ground and lays there. And then the GTA wasted sign appears on top of him and goes grayscale.
Amazing.
Just localized from their point of view.
Right, exactly. You see Rama dusting off his hands. Rama, you have just soundly bested this Kremling. There are a number of other Kremlings at the ground level. You see they are starting to gather up various mechanical bits and bobs to use as held weapons. They're kind of all scattering around. They're like ants, but they do know where you are, and they are looking. They're going to start coming up towards you pretty quickly.
Pog.
I'm gonna call down to Rama, wave an arm. And then be like, door in the ear or door in the heel, pick your poison. And then I'm gonna go back into the cockpit.
Bet.
What do you plan on doing, Rama?
Oh wait. Do I? So my emotional state at seeing at like hearing this commotion is that emote, followed by that emote.
Oh no! Oh my god! It showed up in the emote thing perfectly. Yeah, you have a another layer of scaffolding going down. You have the handrail going down, and you have a number of assailants on the ground floor who are getting ready to come storm up at you. What's your game plan?
I think I have a banana token.
Yeah, you should have a banana token. What do you want to do with it?
Oh, wait. Did you say the scaffolding was made of wood or metal?
The scaffolding is made of metal.
Okay. I want to try a fancy maneuver, and hopefully it's not so fancy that I horribly fail.
Okay.
So I want to hook the hook part of my hammers around the safety rail that I am on, and use the momentum of jumping off to swing down to the scaffold below me.
Did not mean to do that. Okay, yeah, you can do that.
Let's go, Mocha, getting another token.
That's not.
Mocha gets all the tokens.
That's not. That's not what I.
Mocha token.
That's not what I meant to do. Anyway. So you want to swing over the edge, but like careen yourself so you land on the level below it.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that the entirety of the plan, or is there more?
Oh, and then I want a superhero landing on the thing, and as they're like realizing what happened, and they like start running at me, right when they get close enough, boom, banana slammer.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm absolutely going to, Alright, so yeah, let's go ahead and have you roll to see how successful this maneuver is. Because you're using a banana token, you already have one guaranteed success. So this is just to see how successful the overall move is, in total. Since your intention is to use this cool-ass move to, like, defeat the ground guards, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so... what are your expertises again?
My expertises are my unique ability is being cool.
That is true. This is cool.
My expertises are amazing fly-in and hammer.
I would consider this hammer. Would you consider this amazing flying?
I was gonna ask you the same thing.
You are launching yourself airborne, so...
Yeah, I think you could make the argument either way, to be honest.
Go ahead and roll 3d6. And do you consider this spirit or steel?
This is spirit. This is 100% spirit.
All right, go ahead and roll.
This is like some Captain Jack Sparrow stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunate. No, that's good.
That is 2 successes with an inner spirit, so you actually regain the banana token you're going to spend, so don't even bother changing it. And with the success from the banana token itself, that's 3 full successes. So this goes exactly the way you want it to go. You hook those hammers. You swing over it. You in your head, you can hear the Pirates of the Caribbean. Da-da-dun-dun, 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 da-da-dun. You superhero land on the lower section, and all of the Kremlings who are looking at you up above like watch you do this, and their faces pale slightly. But then one of them does the whole Aladdin, we all got swords kind of thing, and rallies the troops. And all of these crocodiles carrying like wrenches and hammers. One of them has picked up a barrel over its head and is barely able to keep it up. They all rush at you, single file. Perfect for the easy pickings. Remind me what your banana slammer is?
Yeah, my banana slammer is... Rama flies rapidly in a circle on his glider, creating a whirlwind of hammers.
Could I suggest one detail to alter this scenario? What if you did that, but also you were Sonic the Hedgehog grind shoesing your way down the handrail.
Oh my god.
Does that sound good to you?
Yes.
All right.
think that does play into his additional expertise of being cool.
Yes. That is
Agreed.
the coolest thing I can think of in this moment.
It's like grinding, specifically in Kirby Air Ride, because you can also spin in that game.
That's true. I hadn't even thought of that.
On a glider.
On a glider. You pull your glider out and you hop aboard it and you give it a kick and you start spinning and you start grinding your way down towards these Kremlings. They're still running at you full speed. And as you're rotating, you pull out the hammers. And next thing you know, you are Beyblading your way, like nothing is stopping you, zipping down this scaffolding. Your hammers are just blasting every single reptile that you come into contact with. None of them stand a fucking chance. And unfortunately, far too soon, you find yourself landing perfectly at the end. You hop off the handrail and come to a skidding halt. And all you have behind you are a trail of unconscious and badly injured crocodiles.
Nice.
We'll never top this.
Amazing.
I think we should head back to the head of the mech, but in the meantime, I just want to go through each one, just give them a proper bop on the head while they're incapacitated. Just double tap. Just
You're now gonna walk back up the scaffolding?
No, just like down that catwalk, and just like for each one, just bop, bop, bop,
Oh,
just to make
okay.
sure that they're down.
Okay, yeah. Now you go back and you double tap each of these fucking crocodiles, just bat, 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 just to make sure they're down. And when you get to the last one, you raise your hammer to give it the one last bop, and you hear something a little concerning. At the very tippy top of the scaffolding, the entrance that you guys came through, the big boulders that had collapsed and sealed off that entrance shake a little bit. You hear the rocks shift, and because of this big echoing space you're in, you hear it very clearly, a cracking sound of the rocks being broken apart.
Ooh, I have a thought.
Yeah?
Ooh, okay. My initial reaction is that is K-Rool. K-Rool is going to find us, or chase us, depending on where he thinks we are. Is it possible there's like a have you seen the Kingsman, the first Kingsman movie?
I'm afraid I have not.
Yeah,
I have.
I'm just thinking like they have those doors at the end when they're running to the cave base or like the mountain base. Let me see if I can get a picture. I'm thinking, is there like a door that looks like that is clearly an entrance to this hangar from the outside that I can like try and like, I don't know, like use my like this is all happening in a split second. Like I've come up with this plan.
Okay.
Step number 1, I get some lighter crumlings or critters or crocs on my glider. I tell my glider to speed down the catwalk or down the railing and like disperse them in a trail towards what looks like an entrance, so that it looks like we've beat up these critters like on our way out. So it looks like we're like I'm breadcrumbing bodies towards an exit to make it look like we've gone that way.
So that's the interesting bit. Rama, you are now on the ground floor, which is where no one else in the party has been yet. And your plan is to make it look like you all exited the hangar. But now that you're down here, you don't see any way out. As a matter of fact, now that you're down here, you can't reasonably understand how they were intending to get this giant silver monkey anywhere. There's no obvious way for it to go.
Oh, that's bad.
The only doorway that you know of is the one at the top of the scaffolding with the boulders that are actively being removed.
Oh man, could I like John Henry my way through and like Okay, my 2 thoughts. 1, I go with this plan and I just like hammer the wall to make like a makeshift tunnel to distract K. Rool. Or I
That would
book
take
it.
time, though.
Or yeah, it would take a little bit of time. It'd probably be too much time. Or I book it for the heal.
You, as your DM, you can do whatever feels the most right to you.
I think I'll just book it for the heal. Get on my glider and just.
All right. You consider this plan, but then the rocks shift a bit louder, and you realize that you don't have time to make like a Roadrunner Wile E. Coyote secret tunnel in order to trick him. And you book it for the heal. Back up in the control area, the pilot toad has noticed that something is going on. He goes,
Okay, guys. Did you seal anything dangerous behind that pile of rocks, perhaps?
Tegan?
Sorry, Gata. I didn't hear anything. Your mic like cut out in the middle of the toad sentence. Can you repeat it?
Really? What is going on? I am so sorry.
It's being real sensitive.
It's being real sensitive, and I haven't adjusted anything.
Right. Maybe turn your gain down or something.
I don't know. I don't know. But no, the pilot toad is like looking at the doorway with the rocks in front of it, and asking like if you guys had sealed anything particularly dangerous on the other side.
I'm gonna be like, the answer is yes. King K. Rool is on the other side of that rock.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh boy, indeed.
Do you have an escape plan? Do you have a way out of here? Do you have anything?
Do you know how to fly this thing?
He pauses, and he turns around, and he looks at you in what is supposed to be like an intimidating moment, but again, his head mushroom is enlarged and deflated, so it ruins the entire... He looks kind of like a mushroom version of a nun at this point, with the headdress.
Amazing.
But he reaches up for sunglasses that aren't there and says,
Lady, I was born to fly.
I love him. Perfect. We are waiting on one more passenger, and then we will be able to go. And I'm gonna start heading down, however you get out of this thing, like down towards the heel to see if I can see Rama.
There is a big hatch in the middle of the floor, which you imagine is like leads down through the neck. And Goomp, who is like T-posing, or like the feet are wide enough apart you can tell that they're T-posing, I guess. That's how it works on Goombas. Is like sliding along after you.
Excellent.
Short Stack.
I am gonna call up to Short Stack. I'm gonna be like, secure Cranky somewhere, and then I'm gonna zip down.
Okay, so you've left Short Stack, Cranky, and Pilot Toad up in the head. You zip down, and Pilot Toad watches you go, and then turns around to look at the ever widening crack on the boulder sealing the entrance, and says to himself,
I don't know if we're gonna have time for one more passenger.
That's great. I'm just trying to see if Raglan got in or not.
Rama, you are making your way up the leg of this monkey, and there's not a whole bunch of Kremlings. A couple of them were actively working on something in the leg, and one of them tries to fight you, but you just bop it over the head, quite simply. The other one watches you bop its friend over the head, looks at you, and then like plugs its nose and like dives off the side of the scaffolding to scamper out the bottom. Like, I'm not fucking dealing with this today. You have a mostly unimpeded path up through this metallic leg.
Do they have like a comms system?
You have in fact noticed that there are like some speakers on different levels as you go up and up and up, but you haven't found anything that would like control that, like to display anything.
That makes sense. That makes sense because the head is probably the place where they tell the limbs what to do, if that is even a thing. I'll just keep going up. I am... Yeah. I'm a silent guy. I gotta just go as fast as I can.
You just keep on trucking. just keep on trucking. As you continue going up, you pass up through where the hip is, and you notice that something is different about the walls in this area. The legs themselves were the same kind of metal material they use for the wall of the cylinder bay that this is being held in. The scaffolding is about the same, but a little more solid. It's meant to be more permanent. You are passing through an area where there appear to be indents in the walls. And you recognize them. I don't know if you guys remember from last episode, I described the face of the dragon dungeon head that you guys entered in to reach the dungeon in the first place was activated by placing the jade necklace into an indentation, and then energy flowed through the carved spaces of the dragon's face to like energize it and make it move. Does that ring a bell? Does that remember?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. I was like, that's some lore that I dropped, and I don't know if they picked up on it, so I want to make sure.
No, I absolutely remembered it because they opened the door, and I was like, "Oh, need a door!" And then I went right in, and everyone was like, "An idiot."
Actually, you took a selfie first.
Oh, I did take a selfie. You're right. A very cool selfie.
Yeah, okay. It was
very good.
Very cute.
I'm gonna post these on Instagram later.
Had the best filter.
Rama, as you are running through this area, you pause for a second and recognize, like, you make 2 and 2 make 4 in your head, and you realize that, like, oh, these indentations, this is where energy is running through.
Yeah. And it is. You said it's currently running through.
Yes, it is currently running through. You actually see like the energy like flowing through these indentations, zipping about the walls.
So I'm gonna walk through what my thought process was. My first thought was, oh no, I need to power down this machine that's bad. And I'm taking out my hammer and I'm about to like hit it as hard as I can. Then I'm gonna remember, K. Rool is coming. All of us are in this mech. It's probably safer in here. And I'm just gonna keep going.
Okay. All right. You reach an area where there appears to be like there's a hatch and a ladder leading up to it, and you think that you've reached the tailbone of this thing's spine. However, the energy seems to be flowing in the opposite direction. If this hatch leading up the spine is the back of the ape, the flow of energy is coming from somewhere towards the front of the body. You could follow it, or you could take what you know to be a straight shot just straight up to the head.
I'll go straight to the head.
Straight to the head. All right.
I've learned from Infinity War.
All right. You start climbing up the spine, and as you get about halfway up, you look up through a hatch and you realize, oh, someone's coming down. And you look up and you see that the Princess Eclair is actually like making her way down, and she looks down and she sees you as well. You guys have effectively met in the middle of this monkey.
Thank God. I'm gonna be like, okay, we're good.
And I'm gonna be like, thumbs up.
Nice.
I'm gonna be thumbs up, and then like a hand wave because like,
Good enough. I'm gonna start climbing back up, and I'm going to use my my leadership royal projection voice to call up to the very, very top of this one shaft that we've been climbing down and tell the pilot we are good to go.
The moment you say that, you hear a explosion, a shattering of stone, and the echoing roar of a very angry crocodile. You guys make it back up to the head just in time to watch as K. Rool stomps heavily into this bay, a wild look in his eyes. He is covered with scratches and rubble, but he is still standing, and he is pissed. He picks up a foot that is still covered in ice and slams it down on the catwalk, and the ice shatters, and he huffs through his nose. And Pilot Toad shakily turns back to you and says,
what do we do now?
Get us out of here.
How close? Or wait, for a second. We're in the mech, right?
You guys are in the mech.
How close is the mech to? How close is he to the mech?
He is like basically eye level with the mech. he's one Mario jump away from being on this thing's face, and only the only thing separating you and him would then be the glass of the monkey's eyes.
Is he within arm's reach?
I would say no. If you wanted to go out, and what was your plan?
I'm just kind of tempted before we escape. Just hit him in the nose again for
God.
Just for good measure.
For good measure.
This is the halfway point of the adventure.
Last time.
I'm gonna say we take a quick 5-minute break. Everyone get a drink. Everyone get a snack. I gotta turn some lights on, and we will be right back for the second half of this grand finale.
Yeah.
Okay, plug.
Okay, be right back, everyone.
Looks like
How's chat doing?
I didn't go to a BRB screen, so it's just us vibing with chat.
How's chat doing?
Hey, do you guys want to hear a funny noise?
Yes.
Yes. It's me, I'm the funny noise.
No, wait, that's not the funny noise. The funny noise is apparently taking its sweet butt time.
Oh no.
Oh, I know what you're doing.
What should we do? What should we do, chat? Choose
Quick.
our next adventure.
Everyone list one thing you like about Gata in chat.
Yeah.
True. I think King K was how I asked last episode and I don't remember, but I think it was
very big.
I
Very
think
large.
Gata might have sent I was gonna say 2 stories tall or something. He gave us either a visual or mental idea of what it is.
Oh, real quick.
The goat scream.
Oh, I can barely hear. I'm gonna be quite honest.
Sag.
Gata did do a great job putting this together.
He's doing so good. I love this, and I really wish this campaign wasn't cursed.
I hope they would consider doing it again.
Cursed with a K.
Cursed. Cursed.
True.
I had
Nope,
offered.
I'm not gonna actually say that.
I offered this visual last time, and Gata approved it.
What's going on?
Yeah, that is true. We're commanding your
Yes.
we're directing everybody.
I see.
Every curse begins with K.
Oh my god.
Blah, 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 blah.
Thank you
Be my
more.
bad boy, be my man.
A fucking K. Rool bad boy mashup would be fucking amazing.
To the flame flop, being hey.
Wait, I have another perfect gift for this.
Okay. But yes,
So
thank
I'm
you
not
more
surprised.
for the compliment. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. Let me see if I can't pull down.
And your best is amazing.
Thank
That is very good.
Moon.
Be my bad boy, be my man, be my
Hey,
weekend
no,
lover, but
that-
then be my
that
friend.
That gift with whatever that song that's been trending on TikTok. Who's the voice of it? It's Jack Black, and it's just
From Tenacious D.
something like that. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's with the filter with the green dancing bear.
That too. Yeah.
Not the earworm right before bed. Always the earworm right before
Always
bed.
the
That's the
earworm
rule.
before bed.
Right before bed. It's like,
Susie's in the UK.
oh, I did not. Oh, okay. I saw a green. I thought I said both of those things.
Oh, right.
No, you understand the problem that Gata was having the other day,
I
where
Yeah.
everyone was raglan.
will beat you all to
Yeah.
death You will die in 7 days.
That's okay. Don't forget the time that Raglan called me Raglan, and my name wasn't even purple at that point.
Wait, I called you me?
You did. You said, okay, Raglan. And I was like, all right, you heard the man. I am now in charge. And then I started super mothering you.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a thing.
The thing?
That is a thing.
It is a thing. We should all go back to purple usernames. No, this is Gada's channel. And Gada's channel, we use green usernames.
On the VOD, this will be entirely unintelligible because the chat bot that I use doesn't include the names as your Twitch accounts have them.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So none of that makes any sense.
Hi, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
Hey, YouTube.
You know how you can have chapters on your YouTube videos?
Yeah?
Make a chapter and it's just the part where we say hi, YouTube.
Oh, okay. I probably won't remember that, but okay. Hi, YouTube. Everyone say hi, YouTube.
Make a stream marker for right now.
Exactly.
Look, while I'm on TV. God damn.
Hi. Hi, future Tegan. Look, we did a thing. Isn't that exciting? So exciting.
All right. Have we all gotten our breaks? Are we all good to go?
Oh, I did not get up or move or do anything.
I didn't do anything
you
either.
Do
I was
that
ready
real
to,
quick.
Ready to go.
Come
Nah,
on.
I got water. I'm good.
Take a stretch.
Yeah,
I took a stretch. It was just a seat stretch.
That's acceptable, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm also doing that.
Hi, Wonder Walleye. Welcome to the stream.
Hi,
All
fish.
right. Oh God, do not perceive. Hi, Osh. Hello, Osh. You heard someone's bones. They were mine. I was stretching. Crick, crack, crack, crack,
You heard
crack,
a set of bones. Write that down. Write that down. The farmer has bones.
The farmer has bones. That's my deep lore. That's my deep lore, everyone. I've always had bones.
Bones. Damn, you're like Sans Undertale, but in real life.
Oh my God. No.
This
I'm
entire
done.
stream of that.
I would leave.
God. Do you
Bye.
think- If I shittily recolored my VTuber model to have white skin and a blue glowing eye, do you think C would disown me forever for defiling their beautiful artwork?
Maybe.
C
I just
might be
realized-
willing to do that for you if you asked nicely and
That
paid
is
them an
true.
appropriate amount of money.
That is true. That is true.
As long as
They do
it's
enjoy
within
being
your rights
paid.
as the owner of the image.
God.
The
Anyway,
Super Mario Brothers movie from the 90s is an isekai movie.
Mario in general is well, not anymore, but it's meant to be an isekai. Yeah.
Yeah.
I unironically love the 96 Mario movie.
It's something special.
It's so bad it's good. It's one of those things. Like, I genuinely have a great time watching it.
In another universe, that was the lore they went with for the entire Mario franchise, and we
True,
were playing.
and
We
I-
play a very different game. All right.
That movie
So-
came out.
Did you know, back in 1996, Mario was still played by Chris Pratt?
93.
I thought it was 96. Okay, never mind.
I was 2 years old.
Nice.
I was
Ooh.
absolutely non-existent.
Wait, you were 2 years old in 93 or 96?
93.
Okay. Who? Still.
Still.
I'm just gonna
So okay.
gotta readjust myself
I'm
in my
a
walker
baby.
chair.
Not to go
I'm a
too
baby.
not to go too off of topic, but there is a Digimon Deep Lore Twitter that I follow that does a lot of like really obscure things in the Digimon franchise and makes parallels between like different like sections of the various games and whatnot. It's all very interesting stuff. But they announced, oh yeah, no, I was born the year 2000. The Digimon anime started airing in 1999. They literally aren't even as old as the franchise they've educated themselves so heavily about and made a Twitter account about. And I'm just like, oh no, I'm fucking ancient. Oh no.
Bro, kids born in 2004 are going to college.
Please don't tell me that. Oh,
Yeah, they're
no.
going to college this year, yeah.
Fucking hell. Time marches on.
Yeah, people born in 2001 are drinking right now.
Yeah.
They deserve
Depending
it.
where you are. Depending where you are, people way younger than
the
that.
year they were born.
Sorry, Americans who follow the law and were born in 2001 are possibly drinking.
There we go.
God damn.
I was gonna say, the legal age here in Canada is 18 or 19, depending where you are.
Time is fucking weird. Time is so fucking weird.
Did
Anyway,
Weird consent to that?
I don't think I signed anything, actually. No. There's a lot about our reality that I never consented to, but I just had to deal with, and it's kind of bullshit. Like taxes? Fuck that
Hey,
shit.
Canadian, let's go.
Canadians in chat, what's up?
Canadians in chat, let's go.
What's up,
Go.
Canadians in chat?
Hey.
Yo, what's up, Canadians in stream? How you doing?
It's only the one.
Yeah.
All right. So, wait, wrong emotes. Oh no.
Amazing.
So, the scenario as we left it. The lot of you are in the cockpit of this Cyber Kong, and you have just seen K. Rool burst down the door, and he is a very, very mad Gator.
It's like that line in The Grinch.
The pilot Toad grasps the wheel and says,
Everybody, hang on to something!
I hang on to
Is there any way we can possibly hit him in the nose? Again.
You would have to exit through the ear, get back on the scaffolding, walk up to him, bop him, and then somehow get back into the mech. So the answer is yes, but not simply.
With the okay.
neck.
With
Okay.
the mech, but also in chat, that's exactly how I heard you pronounce Gator is Gator, just separately.
Gator. Now the Toad starts flicking some levers and pressing some buttons, and you can feel energy surging through the Cyber Kong as the mech powers up. There are multiple seats that are situated around this cockpit with their own set of controls, and you recognize that they're actually labeled for your convenience.
Let's go.
There is a seat for left arm, a seat for right arm, a seat for left leg, a seat for right leg.
I'm gonna just hop. Okay, I'm right-handed, so I'm gonna hop in the right arm seat.
You hop on the right.
I am just ready.
You hop on the right arm seat, and none of those buttons are even slightly labeled. Toad pulls back on the aviator's wheel and says,
Get ready to see some real shit!
and the
I don't want that from my pilot.
I'm gonna turn to Toad and yell, "Can we hit him?"
What did you yell? I'm sorry.
I turn to Toad and be like, "Can we hit him?" But in like a goof voice.
Your microphone keeps cutting out every time you get to the can I blank. So can you say
Hit him. It's hit him.
hit
Yeah,
him?
can we hit him?
Hit him.
I see. Toad looks over while he's frantically doing shit, and he says,
I'm very excited.
Just press some buttons and see what happens, I guess!
I'm gonna sit myself in a leg seat, I think.
I'm also gonna sit myself in a leg seat. I feel like those are gonna be important.
I feel like these have the rockets in them.
Oh, true.
Short Stack awkwardly places the still unconscious Cranky in the remaining seats, just in time for the Cyber Kong to lift off. She is thrown backwards by the force of this thing moving. She's flattened into the floor.
She does not make it. She doesn't make contact with it. I pull her back as soon as we start to move. I'm like, oh wait.
She goes, wow, and is beamed back into your little Pokeball pocket.
She's a good girl.
The feet of this mech come alive with fire as the rockets in the heels ignite, and the Cyber Kong is slowly moving up. You watch as the level of the catwalk where K. Rool is lowered from your sight. He watches as you guys lift off. The roof of the cylinder moves and separates, and it turns out it was a hatch this entire time. But not like in sci-fi movies where it's... Yes.
Is there a giant lever where I'm sitting?
There is, conveniently, one giant lever directly in front of where your seat is.
I am so determined to hit this dude in the face again. I am just gonna literally just full body bonk it and push it forward and hope it does something.
You pull this lever back. You have to use your entire body in order to pull the lever back. And from the outside perspective, K. Rool is watching as like the chest of this Kong is moving past him, and he's like growling at you guys, watching you go away. The right arm pulls back and like a Rock'em Sock'em robot juts out to punch him in the face. K. Rool sees it coming. He does dodge, but you use the robot arm to crash through the scaffolding and damage the side of the wall of this area, and it starts falling apart. The scaffolding pulls itself off from the wall, and K. Rool starts falling down and disappears into the smoke created from the feet rockets. And he goes out of sight. I have to admit, you guys,
something.
I had a day, and even though it's been a month since we last played, I did not take any of that time to give us an actual background for the Cyber Monkey mech.
Amazing.
Today's events were last minute. They were not planned. We ended up going to a lot of places I didn't need to go originally, so my plan to prepare for stream did not follow through. But conveniently, the hatch above you, unlike most sci-fi films where it's like two halves that both pull back independently, this is like a can of beans where the whole thing pops, like raises up to reveal the open sky to you. From a distance, actually, Captain Lancaster is on the ship, sailing out in the middle of the ocean, looking back at the island. Barrel Critter comes up and like goes to ask her if she's okay when she shushes him and pulls out her telescope to look back at the island and sees an entire section of land, trees and everything, being slowly lifted up and pushed to the side as like a bank vault facing up opens, revealing the slowly raising head of this giant robot monkey. She barks out an order to turn the ship around and get back to port quickly, and the crewmates all jump into action to get the ship turned back around and aimed back towards the rest of you. You guys are being lifted up as this thing takes off, and the pilot Toad is screaming, "Ah, yeah!" As you guys are being a monkey missile being launched from a silo.
Amazing.
I need to turn to the princess and sign some things.
Okay.
I'm gonna sign very quickly and frantically because I'm realizing we don't have a lot of time. 3 plans. 1, we throw this into the ocean. 2, we use this to go home. 3, we just fall right here so it's inoperable.
2, but we do have to drop off Cranky first, or we will be in trouble for kidnapping.
True. Can we, steal Goomp's shoes and put them on Cranky?
That's a question for Goomp.
Okay, 1 minute. Let me check something. Calling characters. Let me just go over this real quick.
Is the ability to land safely the shoe or Goomp's power?
Yeah.
Is the question.
He's got comfy shoes for falling and work, but also at the same time, I feel like it's just natural for Goombas to fall from a high level. That is just hard out. They're squishy creatures, right?
Yeah.
Conversely,
So I feel like the shoes help, but I don't think it's the solution. You know.
Conversely, if Rama isn't aware of the difference, he could just steal the shoes, chuck Tranky out the airlock, and let God decide.
We can't do that. We can't do that.
So far, that has kind of been Rama's style, though.
Yeah, it really has been.
I mean, if Rama wants to do that, Goom's gonna wait until after he's been thrown out because he's gonna be so shocked to tell him that the landing thing is Goom's something, not the shoes.
If the princess is okay with me out of character doing this, I would like to steal the Toad's hat / parachute / head. Steal Goom's shoes. Throw it all on Cranky.
Okay. I think this is okay.
Make sure that his pogo stick is firmly in his hands and lower than his feet.
Did we do the thing where we like shove it through the way that SpongeBob did with Squidward's net?
Yeah, and then yeah.
I mean, if you got a parachute plus the shoes, I think he's gonna be fine.
Yeah, with the parachute, I think he'll be okay as long as like we pull it before we leave, and it doesn't catch on fire with the fire from the rockets.
I think also we're like close enough to land during takeoff. I might be able to just like put him on my glider, push it out, have it drop down to ground, then just like take it back.
Recall it into your pocket space. That might be the safest way to do it, honestly. But I don't think we want to drop him literally right where we are because it's on top of Koopa territory.
True.
You know.
Critter territory, Kremling territory.
Kremling territory, whatever. Kongabonga territory.
At this point, the Kong's head has cleared the lip of the container, and is now like the shoulders are being lifted up. You are about like a story above ground level and still rising. So if you want to do something with Cranky, you want to do it fast.
I think we're only a story above. We could just throw him out.
His body's limp. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Just throw him out? No, I mean you're not wrong, but still, like, could we throw him? Could we fly over the ship and parachute him into the ship?
Wait, you know what we could do? We could, because we're planning on using this to go home. I was gonna say we could, because I'm remembering a very key important plot point, which is the thing and like giving energy to the mech is the very important jewel. I'm wondering, like, if we take this thing home, we're taking that with us. Could we like send it back via paracarry, like just through mail?
I mean, I assume so. Like, Donkey Kong got invited. Donkey and Diddy got invited to Smash somehow.
True.
They have the mail. Like, I'm sure we could get it back to them.
Do we have paper? I feel like I've asked this before, and I think the answer was still no.
Yeah, I don't think we do. Unless there's paper in the mech somewhere.
There's a lot of metal bits, but no obvious source of paper.
Is there a pilot's helmet?
Is there what now?
Is there like a cool pilot's helmet? You know how like Goomp got a pirate hat? Is there a cool pilot's helmet?
Sure. Why the fuck not? It's the grand finale. I'm not gonna stop you guys.
Swap the Toad parachute hat for the pilot's helmet.
There's this like cool ass sci-fi looking like nerve gear kind of like Sentai mech helmet just like hanging on a hook in the back.
Absolutely.
I'm imagining, you know, in those dress up games, just the UI for dress up games, I'm imagining Cranky is the one we're dressing up, and it's just his limp body on the ground, and we have all the options to the side, and there's like 4 options.
You like click and drag it onto his body.
Exactly. And you're like swap out the parachute for the helmet.
This is ridiculous. Write it on a banana. The post service has to deliver it if it has a stamp.
God damn. You remove the deflated mushroom cap from Pilot Toad, and before he has a chance to properly yell at you, you replace it with the Nerve Gear helmet, and it like does like the Dragon Ball Z Scouter thing where the stuff flashes on like the green glass, and he's quiet for a second and says,
This is acceptable.
and you then, I guess, tie the ends of the deflated mushroom cap around Cranky's arms so it can like deploy. And he like flops over when you touch him. He's still completely out of it.
He's stable.
Yeah, he's covered in anime bandages, so he's stable.
Okay, do we just push him out?
Okay.
Like, are we good? Are we good?
I think this is the plan. Yeah, I think
we need to push him out. We need to push him out as far, like we need to yeet him for distance to make sure that if K. Rool is somehow still attached to this mech, he has to make a choice. Either he goes for Cranky Kong or us.
So one of you take his arms and one of you take his legs and give him the 1, 2, 3.
I officially have experience in yeeting people, or yeeting Cranky in particular at this point.
True.
There he goes.
The camera cuts to the beach that you first encountered when you landed on this island. You see the stork with a sling still around its broken wing standing there watching as this giant mechanical ape raises out of the ground. Tox flaps over and lands next to him, and they both look very concerned at this change of events. But then Tox kind of squints and like raises a wing to like shield his eyes to like look closer, and he sees Cranky's body ragdoll thrown from the ear, ejected from the ear of this mechanical ape. Halfway down, the mushroom cap does deploy, and he has a parachute, and he disappears into the tree line. But Tox goes, oh man, dude, that doesn't. Man. And you guys watch as Cranky's like descends into the jungle below you and disappears from your sight. A job well done.
Yay!
But now
the parachute.
Now that you guys are standing in the ear canal, you are like able to like you're able to like hear the wind whistling as the Kong takes off. You hear another sound though. You hear a clank and a screech and a clank and a screech, and you look down and you see down on the chest of this Cyber Kong, K. Rool is attached and using his claws to like dig into the metal and pull himself up. His raggedy cape is flapping frantically behind him in the wind. And he looks up at you and he snarls something that you can't quite hear, but is probably a very angry yelling.
I'm gonna sign him down to him and be like, what?
Can't hear you.
He yells angrier and louder, but you still can't hear him over the roar of the jet engines.
I'm gonna sign down to him and be like, can you sign back, please?
He puts a hand up, and the entire gesture is like blurred out by the sensor.
I'm gonna be like, can you use both hands, please?
He just continues climbing up towards you.
How far down on the chest is he? Is he like near, like closer to the top of the chest or like at the bottom of the chest?
He is right next to this Cyber Kong's rock hard metal gorilla nipples.
Hot.
Great.
Can I just like throw hammers at him?
Yeah, give it a shot.
I mean,
yeah, just like you know how Sonic when he runs, his feet go in like the Lemniscate like infinity symbol.
Yeah.
It's just that, only my arms are going in circles and they're swinging down just hammer.
Yeah, sure. What is your intention? Are you trying to knock him off?
Yeah, I just want to hit him a whole bunch of times.
You just want to hit him a whole bunch of times? All right. Let's roll. Let's do another roll, and let's see whether or not you're able to knock this crocodile free.
Damn, this is unfortunate because I don't want to give myself the numerical advantage. I was gonna say I want this to be spirit because I'm not like doing it clinically.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just roll. I think it's spirit. I'm not trying to like.
That's fine. No, you're good. You're good. How many dice are you rolling?
Just 2. 1 for trying and 1 for hammers.
Okay.
Oh.
Yo, double 6s on a spirit roll. You start throwing these hammers. You just rotate them like a pinwheel, and your hammers come flying out. The Kong has finally cleared the fucking bay it was being held in, and now that you guys are like properly in the air, the roar of the rockets has calmed down. Now it's no longer like echoing beneath you, and K. Rool opens his mouth and you hear him say something like, "I'm going to kill you," and then your rain of hammers comes down and beams this guy right between the fucking eyes. It goes the Mario jumping sound effect, just repeatedly over and over and over smashes him in the face. With each successive hammer, the indent and like the funny faces he makes changes as you just absolutely destroy this man. His teeth shatter, his eyes get like smashed into his head and pop back out cartoonishly, and you stop throwing them for a second, and he just kind of like hangs there for a moment, like kind of like duh, before finally he lets go and he falls back down to the earth below.
Yay!
Perfect.
And you have defeated the evil King K. Rool.
Yay!
Let's go.
In my
Possibly
mind,
killed him.
in my mind, I expected him to reach the shoulder and you'd have this like climactic standoff, but this works too.
Literally, just.
I mean, I could have just frozen him in a hunk on the shoulder. Would have been fine.
Oh, true.
It was gonna be more dramatic if he's climbing his way up to you and you guys like run back into the cockpit like we gotta throw him off. But no, you're just like, I'll just like machine gun hammers at him. That works. That's fine.
I'm just imagining like an attack.
Rima looking down, going, "It's over, K. Rool. I have the high ground."
It's literally just frame perfect hammer tosses.
Exactly. Tool assisted speed run hammer. Just perfect. You guys are now in a giant robot monkey. You have cleared the top of the mountain, the volcano, at the center of Kong Country. And you see the pirate ship, it looks like an ant beneath your feet, sailing towards port as quickly as it can. You guys have... Yeah?
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
I feel like we should change the background since we're in the sky now.
Oh, fuck yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That's not the right one. That's not the right one. That's not the right one.
We'll get there.
We're getting there.
This one will do? Yeah, this one will do.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
Listen.
That's a ship. That's a cave.
That's pretty sky.
Yeah.
Yay. So you guys have a choice. You can follow through with just flying this giant monkey back. Or you can try and land and wrap everything up with the locals before you decide to head off on your way home. What do you think makes more sense for this party? To take the monkey and run? Or...
To be fair, we did pitch Cranky Kong into the forest below. I think if we get out of Dodge, no one can know it's us, right? Right?
I'm actually conflicted. I don't know if I want to go ahead with my original plan or just cut all losses and just...
What's the original plan?
Oh, I never told chat this. So I guess there's like this is as good a time as any. As of I think the end of the first session. Second? Maybe it was the second session. Yeah, I think it's the second session. Like after we garnered favor with the pirates, I wanted to take over the island. I wanted to like basically infiltrate their ranks, get as much good favor as possible, and then when the time is right, just take it all over for myself.
I mean, you
in
can
the
come
name
back and do that.
of King Bowser, I could come back and do that with
You could take this, and you could take this cool mech home with you.
That's the thing. I don't know. I feel like my character's now conflicted, knowing like I can't be all like you're being prejudiced like in the last episode or last session, and then suddenly be like, okay, back to proving their biases. Like I need to
return.
I think I need to
return to exclusively colonize them and prove that their prejudice is correct. Seems like a pretty bad.
I feel like this is, you know what? This is my my Uncle Iroh turning point, where I stop being a general for the good of Bowser's forces, and I solely do it for like money, like just to make a living. But then I'm going to bring up my nephew to be like, look, war is bad.
Okay.
I need to join the late of this universe. That's what I'm gonna take the mech ride home to think about my actions.
Okay.
Good. That's good.
So yeah, Pilot Toad says,
All right, well, where to, princess?
Home, preferably. Thank you.
he goes,
I'm very late at this point. It's been literally days.
All right, everyone, welcome back to Toad Airlines. Sit back, relax. We have no in-flight movie, but we're on a giant monkey, so let's fucking go. Just go. Hell yeah.
I was ready to go.
The Cyber Kong does like the Superman pose with the two arms up and the legs behind it, and it rockets up into the sky away from Kong Island and starts flying off in the direction of your initial heading, way back at the beginning of the adventure. The camera cuts between the beach with the stork and talks, the lighthouse with the mole watching you from the top of his lighthouse. He gives like a solid salute before going back to his own things, like, good riddance. And finally, the pirate ship with all of the Kremlings watching you fly away in awe. And that is...
This is the most neutral ending that we possibly could have gotten.
This is the neutral ending.
This is the neutral ending, yeah. You defeated K. Rool, but I guess only because you had to, and then you just left. Not
our kingdom, not our problem. Bye.
And that is the camera fades to black, and then it's this. The screen says 1 month later.
Oh dear.
Tegan, I want to ask you first. Where do you remember where the princess was headed on her initial flight?
Yes, I was supposed to be going to Sarasa Land. I was going to hang out with Princess Daisy.
When you made it to Sarasa Land, you find that there was a big national ruckus at your disappearance. It almost became an international incident, especially since, as it turns out, you were last seen boarding a plane that wasn't the plane you were meant to be on in the first place. They assumed it was this great conspiracy to have you kidnapped, and the moment that you are found, it caused a great big legal regal brouhaha. What have you been doing in that month since returning to the mainland?
So the first thing I did was I sent an anonymous letter to the Kong back to the island to try and get in contact with the pirate captain again, to let her know where her fancy ancient necklace went, and to say hey, we did take this, but it turns out there was a conspiracy by K. Rool to try and get you kidnapped, so you're welcome. Here's how here's where it goes to reclaim it back. See you later. Babe, with a winky face. After that, I think it's just a lot of I was supposed to be going on vacation, and instead I've come back to an almost international incident, and so there's been a lot of actual political work, smoothing all of that over again.
Mm-hmm.
Be no one from the Mushroom Kingdom kidnapped me. No one from Sarasa Land did anything. No, it was just an accident.
you are in like an office that the Sarasaland government has like given you to do your work while you're with them. It's just like try and sort everything out. Short Stack is like actively running around being like the Isabel to your Tom Nook. She has like papers in her hands, are flying everywhere. They're all stained with syrup, but that's kind of par for the course. She is overworked.
She has a brand new like fresh double butter pat hat to denote her promotion.
Yes.
That I did give her as soon as we landed.
A double butter pat hat, and she's also started using like dusted sugar on top just to make herself look slightly more professional to suit her. Like,
yes.
Yeah, she's not complaining about the work. She's actually really happy that to have received as high a raise as she got. Like she is indebted to you for life. She is going to be your lifelong work.
She also got like a special commendation for bravery in the line of duty. That normally only goes to like people in the army, but like she got it also.
She now outranks like a number of people that you work with for that alone, and that's amazing. She's running around looking at things that are being printed off of various printers, and she pulls something off and she goes,
Oh, princess, look over here. We have a communication from some of our friends, fellow shipwreckies. I don't know. Did you ever like emotionally connect with either of the other two, or was it more of a survival thing? I wasn't around for a lot of that, if you're being honest.
I know. I was doing my best to keep you safe as well. Let's see what they have to say. I'm just like not committing as to whether or not I've been emotionally attached to these people.
You do the thing where like you widen your eyes and look away for a second, like a wow, and then you go back to reading the thing. Goomp, I want to ask Mocha.
Yes.
It has been about a month or so since Goomp finally was able to return to the mainland in a flying giant robot. What did he do once they got back to the mainland?
I mean, he was on his way to a dentistry convention. That was gonna be his vacation. I guess it was only last a few days, so he probably only had like 5 days booked off. That took up most of the time they were on the island. So
yeah,
probably just had to go back to work.
By the time Goomp got back, he had 1 day of vacation left, which was spent flying from Sarasaland back to where he's stationed, meaning that he did not get a vacation, and had to go back to work immediately. What exactly was it that he normally did in Bowser's Army, by the way?
It's just a low-level troop. So, like, imagine, like, low-level, like World 1-1, like Mario is like one of the first Goombas that gets stomped on. Just kind of, he's just kind of there. He's very low level. He's just trying to make paycheck to paycheck, hoping to get that military scholarship so he can go to university for dentistry.
About a week or so after Goomp made it back and like gave the report and informed everyone, like the rumors of what had happened to Goomp on that silly ass dentistry convention that everyone was like, "Oh, how'd your dentistry convention go?" And Goomp had to be like, "Oh, I got shipwrecked on a tropical island, and we got involved in some pirate stuff." Like that story got passed around very quickly. That as Goomp is like clocking in for his shift of walking back and forth on a very specific platform, he actually receives a summons to the manager's office.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah. Your coworkers are all like, ooh, Goomp's getting called in. But when Goomp goes in, instead of his manager there, sitting at the end of a long table is King fucking Bowser. With a very tiny clipboard compared to him. Looking through it, he looks up and sees Goomp and says, "Ah, yes, Mr. Goomp, was it? Please come in and take a seat. I have some questions for you."
Full name Goomp Gooperson.
Yes, Sergeant Gooperson, yes. I have received the report of your little adventure
in Kong Country. I am led to believe that you and one other member of our corps spent some intimate time on the island. Is that correct?
Goop is afraid, just kind of nods very quickly. It's like, yeah.
He holds up the clipboard, which shows a picture of a plant. And he says,
"Tell me, do you know what this is?"
And Goomp, you do in fact know this. In the first episode, when you interacted with the lighthouse keeper, you spent a decent time looking through his books, and you actually acquired some information about the local flora and fauna. You recognize this.
I do remember that.
Yeah, you recognize this plant as something that you saw about.
Weed.
In your sure, it's weed. It's jungle weed.
Jungle weed. That's how you know it's good.
Oh my god.
It's the good kind.
We're at the dollar store. How good can it be?
Sorry, go on.
And the king says,
"All right, well, you seem to recognize it. Here's the deal. We have not had any experts on that section of the world in our corps since my father was on the throne. We have had next to no information, so here's what I am offering. We are willing to pay you the equivalent of, what was it you're going to school for again?"
Dentistry.
Right. We are willing to pay you the equivalent of your tuition to receive your dentistry license if you are willing to partake in a 2-year expedition to Kong Island, specifically for research into its local flora and fauna for potential future bases in the area. Would you be interested in taking such an assignment?"
Goop's eyes are just like little stars in his eyes right now, and like he's just like, if it wasn't for the fact that he was trying to be professional, he would literally be bouncing off of the walls right now. So he's just like nodding like really quickly, like, yeah, sure, yeah, that'd be great, yeah.
And Bowser nods and says,
"Of course, you would need to get your education first, so we will be in contact with you about payment. We will give you the grant, you get your dentistry license, and then once you become a doctor, we will give you the funds to begin your expedition to this island for research purposes. Thank you very much for your continued service. Now leave."
Goop just kind of bows quickly and then scampers away. Scampers out the door, out of the manager's office.
Speaking of scampering out the door, as Goomp does scamper out the door, he does in fact pass Rama. Raglan, what did Rama do after getting back from this adventure?
Bro, he soul searched.
Yeah?
He had a lot to think about. He had biases to confront. He had prejudice to learn more about. He used a lot of his he has a lot of money. He's pretty high up in the ranks. He took some time off to just travel around the world, go back to his family, go back to his roots, and just think.
Good for him.
What did he come up with? What was his end result?
A hammer can be used to destroy, but it can also be used to build.
That's
He
very
did some
poetic.
sensitivity training.
Did some sensitivity training. All of Rama's thoughts and questions and time spent away have led to this day, where he is scheduled to return to his position and have a meeting with King Bowser himself. But Rama does end up passing by a starry-eyed Goomp who looks absolutely beside himself. Do either of you like interact with each other now that you've had this deep...
I think.
Yeah.
I think Goomp would obviously recognize him and be like, "Hi, hi!" And like be also just too awkward to talk because it's technically still a professional setting. So he's just kind of like, Hello.
Um,
Yeah, unless Rama wants to continue the conversation, he'll probably just head off.
has anyone here watched JoJo's?
No.
Not straight through, unfortunately.
Damn.
Raglan over here, like, damn, Gata has no taste. He doesn't understand any of my references.
I mean, you're not wrong. You don't have to call it out like that.
Fuck off.
I speak purely in media illusions. Damn, in part 5, it's all about the main character. They're just being very charismatic and wanting to stop a mafia from the inside out.
Mm-hmm.
And like recruiting people for his cause, basically.
Right.
Just being like, I have a dream of becoming the ultimate gang star, which is the stupidest sentence you could ever possibly hear.
And yet, in Mario setting, it actually makes a lot of sense.
Exactly. And so I think one of the things that Rama has realized on his soul-searching adventure is that he wants to maybe not purely dismantle the Koopa army, but like reshape it to be better, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I haven't seen Legend of Korra, but I imagine it's what Zuko does to the Fire Nation.
Right.
In Legend of Korra. But from the inside. So I think Rama is going to chat up Goomp, ask about like how he's doing, what is he up to. I imagine Goomp will tell Rama about what's happened, and then basically try to recruit Goomp, be like, Goomp, come with me. I have a plan. I want you to be my number 2 to reshape this military for the better.
Goomp is just gonna be like,
And I'm gonna pick Goomp up and then carry him with me.
Oh my god.
Goomp just doesn't have an option, I guess. So Goomp's just kind of gonna be like, okay. You're still my superior, so I can't really do anything about it right now.
I'm picturing I pick Goomp up and he starts to struggle, like his feet start going a million miles per hour, and then he's like, I'm not even gonna try.
Like, I've been over this too many times.
At some point I will be like, Goomp, we're gonna get you that dentist license, I'll pay for it. But also we're gonna reshape the entire military.
I'd be like, about that. You just go into this meeting with Bowser, bringing them the Goomba back.
Got that. If you're willing to wait just 2 more years in the military, like, you don't have to pay for it.
We're gonna make you a hyper paragloomba.
Cool.
With a spike top. It's gonna be a hyper para spike gloomba.
Cool. Do you have Goomp? I think so.
And with that, the end credits start to roll because we have successfully reached the end of our adventure.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
Ooh.
Thank you guys so much for
4 months.
joining us. Did you 3 have a good time?
I did.
Yeah, I did. It was good.
It was definitely something. This was meant to take like a month to get through, and it's been 4. So I mean, you know, there's that. This game was fucking cursed. But
True.
hopefully you guys
every time something was going well, something else just had to destroy it.
It's been a fucking year, and it's only February. Like, what the shit?
We were so set to do the next episode, and then my laptop literally died the day before. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, when we did get together and play, it was super fun, and I enjoyed all of it.
I am glad.
Thank you for pulling all of us together, Gata.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for running through them. I hope the plot made sense and wasn't too terribly convoluted.
Yes, it did.
Actually,
it's good.
if there were any lingering questions you guys had, either in chat or in the players here, now would be the time to ask them, since this is going to be going up as part of the VOD. Was there anything Yeah.
I have a ton of questions.
Sure.
What happened to the pirates?
Yeah, did they get their necklace back?
So, eventually, yes. The original plan was that if you had gone back to like communicate with them, they would have suggested using the Cyber Kong to lift Kremlantis out of the ocean, to like as a shortcut. But I imagine after you guys sent them back the information that, oh hey, there's like dungeons underneath the island that activate when you use your jade on it, they would have made a different agreement with the Kongs to do some more deep searching in the island to try to find a way to reach Kremlantis through land paths as opposed to going like just guessing where it is in the ocean. They will eventually find their Kremlantis and rise it from the sea.
Nice.
Yay!
What happened to the Kongs?
Oh yeah, did Cranky make it?
Cranky miraculously survived. He needs two canes now.
Oh no, he has a walker.
But considering that he was aware that he was attacked by K. Rool specifically, the fact that he knew that K. Rool was trying to do something against everyone made him more willing to work with the pirates themselves. There's now a more clear division between the critters that are just here for their shit because they want to leave, and the critters that have allied themselves with K. Rool, who is now like real dead for sure. You guys killed him. He's dead.
Yay, murder!
Heck yeah. A little murder is okay, as a treat.
Oh, my headcanon is that the bush people found K. Rool's corpse.
That's a little dark, but okay.
Like, I don't know what they're gonna do with it, but
they found it.
They might be doing a Twin Rova Ganon thing.
They ate him.
Oh.
Yep. I
Wait, no,
decided
Gator does taste good.
it's now canon.
Nice.
There were a whole bunch of stuff that like you guys could have gone on. Like with every session, I always included multiple paths the adventure could have gone. Except for this last one, which is kind of straight shot, get in the robot Shinji, kind of fair. I only really gave you guys one option for that. But had you guys not followed the Trail of Breadcrumbs last episode, you would have actually gone on a sea adventure with the pirates and had been on the ship when the Cyber Kong launched. You would have then had to fight on the pirate ship to defeat the Cyber Kong from the outside had you guys not investigated that. There was an entire... If you guys had chosen not to go to the beach in the first episode and had instead gone further into the jungle... You would have found Cranky before talks and would have interacted with Cranky in the Kongs before you even heard about the fact that the pirates were a thing. So like at even if it doesn't seem like it, you guys had choices and there would have been content for you. So like an entire separate campaign could have been made using the stuff you guys didn't interact with, but that's just how GMing works. So it's not a big loss.
Neato.
But now everyone can imagine what could have been if only a different choice had been made. Nicki Minaj.
Yo, we get to play again from the beginning.
Yeah.
I mean, I did actually include content for like half the island, and you guys only ever interacted with the one beach. So, yeah. There's a lot of Mario Deep
that
lore.
just means...
That didn't get touched on, unfortunately.
Just means we have to do another campaign on this island.
We gotta do another campaign where we really harness the Kongs.
Return to King Kong Country.
Return to Kong Country.
Yo,
Kong Country.
Kong Country Returns.
That's already a thing, though. Like, we'll figure it out.
No, that's Donkey Kong Country Returns. This is just Kong Country Returns.
God.
Wait,
Legend of the Jade. Legend of the Jade.
Or would this be Kong Quest?
I have
Super
no
Kong
idea.
Country Returns. Again.
If we return to the Kong Island setting that I've put together, I don't know who it'll be with or when. I kind of want to take a break from it because this game was fucking cursed. But that's gonna do it for us tonight. It's kind of a shorter stream.
Maybe
in the
have a
end.
sequel be another goal or something.
Who knows? Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
You guys did leave behind a whole political situation where, like, the ruler of, like, Princess Eclair did admit to stealing a cultural artifact. Oh, thank you for the sub. Oh man, Twitch has been 2 months already. LMAO. Thank you, Rocketeer. You get a jolly jangle of the cheer bell. Thank you. Thank you.
You know what that reminds me of?
What? Oh shit! Oh fuck! Raggles!
You did it!
Raggles! How many gift subs? 5 tier 1 gift subs. For Jilla, Fairy Blue, the Pixel Dragon, Fawful Fury, and He Who Stands Alone. Thank you, Raglin. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my god.
Wow, one more person needs to sub, gift, or use bits to start a hype train. Incredible.
Amazing.
I have no money.
I also have no money. Like I can't even like trigger it myself. Alas.
That's just
Does that count?
Oh, for
Damn,
fuck's
that was the
sake.
last of my bits.
That's the last of your bits, and I don't think it started a hype train. It's like
Amazing.
someone else has to do it in order for it to be
Yeah, I was gonna say like, it has to be a different person.
I got 350 box out of that though.
I can send you the
Nice.
bits back. Don't worry about it. It's fine. We're still getting the notifications for the
Wait,
gift
do I keep my box if you do that?
Oh my gosh! Thank you
Robotic
for the
Rocketeer.
bits. Thank you for the lore. Prince Raggles hold
Honey,
my scepter.
that's cute.
Thank you guys so much. The entire adventure is available on YouTube if you want to watch it from the beginning. Thank you, Daughter Who Stitcher. Thank you, Rocketeer. Thank you. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. Do I say more stuff that I planned, or like do
Yeah.
If you want to, yeah, absolutely.
So-
Promote yourself.
So do
You
you
can also
remember?
do like what's coming out and what's coming up.
That is true. I could do what's coming out and coming up.
Do both.
Coming. Hmm.
Do everything.
Do
do
everything.
them both.
Oh my god, all at once.
Say words.
All at once. So one of the plot threads that I heavily seeded that we never really followed up on until like you guys got more seeding last episode, but we never got a chance to really mess around with it. Remember how there was a bunch of like old rusted weapons just laying around, relics from a war past?
I still have one of those.
You still have one of those, and the Captain Lancaster mentioned that there is a deep prejudice against Koopa kind because they helped finance the war that ended up destroying both the Kong and Critter civilizations, matching them against each other. This is actual canon, okay? In the Donkey Kong Country Game Boy adaptation, which is technically a sequel story as opposed to a retelling of the same story. The first 2 Donkey Kong Country Game Boy games were their own events separate from the SNES titles until the 3rd one, which was the exact same story but slightly to the left. In the Game Boy game, in one of the levels, you can encounter a damaged tank from Super Mario Bros. 3, one of Bowser's tanks, damaged and left behind in the forest. Now, meta knowledge is that this existed because they wanted to put a tank in there, and they had the sprites for Mario 3 available, so they slapped it on there. But from a like Mario lore story standpoint, that's evidence of Koopa technology being left behind on Donkey Kong Island. So the premise I was working with was that New Donk wanted to conquer Kong Island. And got the critters involved in trying to take it over, with the Koopas being the one who financed it. The reasons why all of this technology is available to the critters is because they were leftovers from the Koopa army sending them weapons and stuff to finance this conquest, which eventually went under. If you guys had gone into the deserty region, you would have encountered... Thank you for the bits, Osh! Thank you! Oh my god, we hit the hype train. We literally hit the hype train. Holy shit. There was going to be an entire bit where you encountered the undead dinosaur enemies from Donkey Kong Country Returns. The only other source of undead that we see reptile-wise is the dry bones. Bowser originally was said to have black magic in the original lore for the first Mario game. So I was going to write an entire subplot where the Koopas introduce all this technology and this magic to the critters, who became obsessed with it and ended up destroying themselves over it. And the undead dinosaurs was going to be like the experiments the critters did in creating like shock troops. You think I took the money for the bit to the wrong account? Oops, oh well. I don't know if I can redeem it, unfortunately. There was a whole bunch of shit that I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. And I fleshed out the setting and then never used fucking any of it. But alas. I'm glad you guys. Thank you for the community sub. Thank you for the subs, Aya, Blonde Bandits, and Vormeyer. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Whew, wow, a lot has happened very quickly. What? Holy fuck.
So many things.
I don't know if you misremembered it or not, but according to the
Oh my god, Mocha, thank you for the subs. Oh my god, thank you. What's up?
Hype train is honestly exactly how this should end.
Approximately 29 seconds in, they go to a secret area like right as it's happening. About like 29 seconds in, the tank can be seen in the background of this level.
The tank?
Yeah.
Oh, did they bring it back for Tropical Freeze? Oh my god. No. What I was referencing was very specifically the Game Boy game. Did they include the tank again? Is it also a Bowser tank?
Yeah, it has 3 levels made out of wood, has a cannon in the front.
Me. Oh my god, that's so cool! So holy fuck! Oh my god, Retro Studios, you know who you're... Oh my god. I never reached that part of Tropical Freeze before I lost my copy. The lore is so fucking deep. Oh my god. Is my dumb idea actually canon? Holy shit.
It's completely canon.
Anyway.
It's our canon now.
Did I ring the bell for Mocha? I think I did. I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed, everyone. This is just so much. Thank you. Oh my god, thank you guys for joining me. This Friday I will be playing more Chroma Squad on stream, and I don't have a plan for Sunday. We might do a tier list. I might decide to bring Super Sundays back. I will not be doing another tabletop role-playing game for a while. We might do more tabletop content on the channel, but not for a hot minute. Because this was, I have to reorganize some stuff before I kind of dive into it again. And also my personal games are picking up, so like I got to worry about stuff off camera.
Valid.
But if you guys want more tabletop content, you can find the games that I've written on mynameisgata.itch.io. I think it's itch.io. No? Is it just itch? There we go.
Oh no, it was itch.io.
It was itch.io.
Oh, okay.
It just took a moment.
Just itch.io.
I'm just giving out a whole bunch of tokens, whatever. Yeah, you can find my games. Most of them are free. If you want to use the exact game system that we use, it was a hack of Lasers and Feelings called Steel and Spirit by Occupied Hex. It's a D&D flavored hack that I repurposed for Donkey Kong. But it's very hackable. You can homebrew whatever the fuck you want into it. It's very, very simple. Or you can just go ahead and play my Smash Brothers variant that I made called Smash and Brothers. Uses the exact same system, slightly different language. That's available for free on itch.io. If you want more tabletop content on this channel, please let me know on Twitter or my Discord. Twitter... Discord. There we go. Let me know what you thought of this campaign. If you want to, where you'd like to see us go next. Yeah, you can also get Swing. That's a paid thing. So, oh my God, Rocket's here giving 2 tier 1 gift subs to Karate Bug, Mom to Sona, and C. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. And we actually hit level 3 for the hype train. Holy shit. Thank you guys so much. Oh my god. Yeah, that's gonna do it for us. Do any of you guys want to plug your stuff while you're here?
Hi, I'm Prince Raglan. I'm incredibly handsome and smart and talented and not humble. I'm just gonna say that outright. I'm not humble. Cool, good looking, clever, banana.
Banana. We don't have a shout out.
If there's anyone in chat who doesn't watch me because flips hair, everyone watches me. I do. Lately, I've been doing a lot of quirky Japanese visual novels. But soon I'm gonna be playing quirky quirky Japanese tactical stealth action games in the Metal Gear Solid series. On Saturdays, I do kind of variety stuff at this point is on Saturday, but also community nights. This Saturday, I'm running a 16 CPU tournament of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, where each CPU has a human sponsor behind them.
Ooh.
So it's like Super Smash Brothers meets wrestling meets
Betting on horses.
betting on horses. Yeah, perfect analogy. It's vaguely Terminator 2 themed. So it's called Uprising 2 Judgment Day. Next month is my birthday month, so I'm gonna be doing a thing for that. I was about to give it all away, but I'm gonna be doing a very special stream for my birthday next month on the 25th. So
hopefully I'll be able to come to that. Mocha, how about you?
Hi, I'm Mocha. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/MochaMages and Mocha Mage everywhere else. But hopefully, once April is around, I will be able to snatch the Mocha Mage username on Twitch, because that's when I believe it comes out of quarantine. I am your local, somewhat local, I guess I'm the only Canadian here. I am your local professional sewist and courtier. So I do a variety of games. I have not been able to stream much over the past couple months because I've been working 2 jobs, but I just left one of my other jobs. So streams are to be coming back soon, and even though my laptop completely shit itself, I just got an offer for a used computer setup, like monitors, chair, and everything for 1,100 Canadian.
Ooh.
So streams are coming back, bigger and better, once I can get everything saved off of my old laptop, because the motherboard decided to die. But so it's just a gender neutral term.
How do you have access to all those Canadians?
Seems rest.
Yeah, I can't believe you know 1,100 Canadians. That's so many.
Yeah, I know. That's fun fact. That's actually about what our population is. So, very small population. Like you know everyone in Canada. I know. Did you know I know Justin Bieber and Pamela Anderson? And
I'm sorry.
Most people.
That's
a lot of Canada.
Make sure to let us know in the Discord when your next stream is going to be once you get everything situated, so we don't miss it.
I'm hoping in a couple weeks, but March is also my birthday month, so I'll probably have something planned for that.
I see.
See, my birthday's before Raglan's, so...
It's true.
Tegan, what do you do?
Yeah. Well, my birthday's before both of them, so... My name is Tegan. I stream over at Impossible Coin at twitch.tv/ImpossibleCoin. We started as a podcast about video games, and now we also stream on Twitch. I stream traditionally on Tuesdays. I just started Horizon Forbidden West. I love it so much. And I'm going to be streaming that actually tomorrow, and also this week Tuesday, and also this week Friday, because I have time off of work, so I'm going to stream a lot because I'm very excited about it. Otherwise, you can find us basically wherever podcasts are found, and it's me and Rocky and Brian, and we all just hang out and talk about video games every other week now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's fun, and that's all I do.
Alrighty then. Do we know anyone who's streaming right now we can raid, or do we just...
I do.
Okay, who are we raiding, Raggles?
I do want to see who I got as well.
I see on my list ZC Beard, who's currently playing Portal. But plays Nintendo/indie stuff.
That sounds right up my alley.
I see HG Chimera, who's playing the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV online, which you can play for free up to level 60, including the award-winning Heaven's Sword expansion.
Fucking damn it, Raggles.
Yep, that's true.
I don't even like Final Fantasy XIV.
I was gonna say, you even like this kind of game.
Whenever you talk about Final Fantasy XIV, you just have to do the whole thing.
God damn. If you want to be able to roommate Seth and have lots of anime cat girlfriends, play this game. Apparently, that's where you find them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, for me, it's basically ZC Beard and HG Chimera, the two big ones I see.
Okay, we can go.
For my suggestions, we have my local friend Salt Cypher, who's currently playing Stardew Valley, and Times Orphans, who's playing Oxygen Not Included.
I don't know. Stardew Valley, like that speaks to me. Like it's like
That speaks to you because
emotionally.
you're a farmer.
It does speak to me emotionally because I'm a farmer. Yeah. Anyone that you
Fair
want to
enough,
suggest,
fair
Tegan?
enough.
No. I don't have anyone who's live.
No.
Stardew
right
Valley
now.
it is. Would you mind typing that in chat so I can copy paste it and send the raid command? When we
What's
raid
his name? Who is it?
whoever's playing Stardew Valley,
Salt Cipher.
I want to see some fucking farming. When we go and we raid this person, I want everyone to spam "Oh banana."
Oh, banana.
Oh banana.
Oh, banana.
We're gonna need to get you a raid message and a shout out command. I will remind SE right now.
Thank you for the banana coin.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. This.
Oh, thank you again
should
for the
work.
banana coin.
All right. Bye, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Insert the fun Donkey Kong Country, the soothing. What are they called?
What?
Well, the good
What?
Donkey Kong Country songs that are like really quiet and ambient. Aquatic ambience. There we go.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, there you go. We're getting there.
I'm not going to edit that in, but okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.